Hi guys, welcome to the multi-award winning Emerald House of Cars. We're a totally unique family run business on a mission to be the best car dealership in the UK. Our commitment is to give you guys the best buying experience you've ever received, whether you plan on purchasing completely online using our free next day delivery service with 7-day money back guarantee, or you're coming to the showroom to meet the team. We've made everything as easy and as transparent as possible so that you've got full confidence in choosing Emerald for your next car. A little later in the video, we'll show you how our vehicles are prepared before sale in our on-site RAC approved service centre. But for now, sit back, relax and enjoy the following video.
Hello there guys, and welcome to this quick virtual walk around of the Glacier white 3 litre Audi S4 Quattro, giving you 349 blistering horses to play with. Now, not only is the S4 a fantastic performance car and a little bit underrated, but it's also a fantastic all-rounder that duly delivers in every single criteria. But Greg, why should I consider the Audi S4 as my next car? Well, I'm going to tell you that now. So you can see you've got the Glacier white paintwork, rich deep gloss levels, which when it's cleaned up look absolutely immense. You've got the headlights here with the LED daytime runners, front parking sensors, and titanium ferric grey and black styling across the entire car. Most notably on the front grille with the canyons here and the honeycomb grille effect, and you've got the gorgeous horizontal slots with the chrome louvres and S4 logo just there. You've also got the sharp angular styling on the front bumpers, and you can see you've got the front parking sensors blending around beautifully into the Borbet alloy wheels. Now, these are originally Audi rotor alloys, but they have got the Borbet centre cap as well. But just a disclaimer, they aren't genuine Borbet alloys. Have of course got the red Audi S caliper, and you've got the 19-inch big chunky tyres on there as well. You of course got the V6T badging, which is a designation for the engine, and you've also got the chrome mirrors, you've got the chrome window surround, and you've got the side skirts which are flared with the aftermarket Quattro sticker that give it that real bit of street and performance feel. In terms of that aesthetic, you've also got the B pillars in gloss black, and you've got rear tinted privacy glass. Now moving around, you can see you've got the shark fin antenna, you've got the built-in lip spoiler which is just on the top there, finished in that Glacier white as well. Rear LED lighting cluster, and you can see rear parking sensors, reverse camera, and you've got that gorgeous ferric grey and chrome on the diffuser with the quad exit exhaust. Now, the boot itself is automatically opening, and it's genuinely a quite surprising load space. Easily can you get a lot of things in there lengthways. It's just obviously vertically, it is a hatchback boot unfortunately. But in there you can see there's more than enough room for pushchairs, buggies, picnic hampers, if that's still a thing, if people don't just do Uber Eats, beach towels. You can get so many different things in there, it's quite unbelievable. And also you've got a little bit of storage around your donut wheel just in the boot. And moving around, the main thing of course about Audi S4s is the commitment to styling. Now, Audis in recent years have really undergone a drastic transformation where the aesthetics of each car really have that meticulous attention to detail you now associate with the massive German brand. And it's with good measure really, because this just means that they consistently churn out fantastic looking cars at a really great price. Meaning value for money, you always bob on with an Audi. But don't take my word for it, let me show you now the inside and how incredibly luxurious that cabin truly is. So in terms of interiors, it's a simple case of don't say I didn't warn you. Magma red quilted super sport Napa leather seating, which is of course a staple piece of any Audi and a super highly desirable optional extra. They're electronic seats and they come with massage function as standard, which you can see just at the bottom here above the electric chair adjustment. You've also here got the illuminated S inlays, and on the floor you have got your Audi puddle lights as well. On the door card it is half Alcantara with the Napa leather and red contrast stitching and piano gloss black and chrome accents. You've also got the electrically adjustable folding and heated door mirrors and the electric windows and child lock as well. Now before we get into the interior too much, we'll show you the rear seats. You can see free from any rips, tears, marks. everything that you would expect this car to be, it truly is. It is the personification and best example of a really well looked after enthusiast car. Got full isofix and plenty of legroom for rear passengers. So getting inside, because I don't like getting wet and I don't want the car's internals to get wet, you can see that you are greeted by automatic headlights, instrument cluster lighting and fog lighting, and a gorgeous piano gloss black optional extra on the inlays all the way across the cabin. It looks sublime, it blends into the door cards with ease and really befits and suits the entire makeup of this car. To start it, foot on the brake, you've got your push button start here, press it on and you can see it starts with no hesitation, no delay, and more importantly with no lights on the dash. And you are greeted of course first with the game-changing way in navigation. It is of course virtual cockpit. Now you can have it dual view in both the instrument cluster and the sat nav, but for me that one is a bit overkill when it's there. But what is virtual cockpit? Well, simply put, it's Audi or the VAG Group's way of showing navigation in an ultimate mode. You can have it on the instrument cluster here as a digital display, and it just ensures that the driver's focus remains solely on what's in front of them, not what's around them, meaning more reassurance and total commitment to driving safely. And to be honest, it's a real nice aesthetic as well. Since this was introduced, many brands have tried to emulate it, but none have even came close. But if you don't want virtual cockpit, you can change that to the consumption figures. You can also scroll down, you get your trip computer, and you can get your energy consumers and driver assist as well. If you don't want that, you can get your DAB radio up, and you can also get your Bluetooth telephone. If you click the view button, you can see you can change it, so it changes the display, so you've got your speedo in the middle and two separate sections. But for me, that is the only way I would have it. Now moving down, you can see on this side you've got indicators, and you've also got auto high beam on here as well, which does help you with the lights. Now what I will say is of course that you don't have to use the indicators when it's an Audi, but we would always prefer that you do. Now Audi drivers tend to have a lot of difficulty with this, but I'm going to show you how it works. That means your indicator's on to the right, that means your indicator's on to the left, and that little green button there signifies that the indicator is in operation. Now we're all having a laugh and joke, but it is something important to remember because it does drive people mad. And on the other side you have of course got your automatic wipers for your front and all the other customized settings. And down here you have got cruise control with speed limiter as well. Now the wheel itself, it is of course finished in Napa leather with a red contrast stitching, and the previous owner has gone to the extent and the, to be honest, quite expensive option of having some paddle shifters extended, the extended paddle shifters fitted. Serves me right for taking the mick out of the indicators onto this, just so it's easier to use and it gives it that real sports and performance vibe when you need to use them. And it's a real nice setup, to be honest. It does give a different dynamic and a different dimension to an otherwise quite mundane and normal looking steering wheel. Not in this one, but a lot of people don't even realise paddle shifts there, but you can see the transformation when you've got the paddle shifters extenders on. Really does give it that track feel. Flat bottom wheel, Napa leather, red stitching, big paddle shifters, absolutely bob on. Now moving around from there, we have of course got the media system, which is auto dimming and auto light. As you can see now, it's got a nice little graphic on there with the stars because it's getting a bit dark here at HQ. And you can see it is controlled by this just here. Now if I click on the menu button, you'll see that you can go on many different settings, such as the car. You can change your dynamic driving mode, go on individual, you can change your engine to dynamic, steering to comfort, and the engine sound. Of course you've got auto now, you've got comfort, which makes it quiet, and dynamic, which gives it that nice little barble, and that is thanks to the Sound Couture system, which of course pumps in the synthesized noise from the cabin. Now not only that, you can go on vehicle settings, change your date and time. The steering wheel button is the little asterisk just here, and what that'll do, you can change it in the Audi Drive Select mode, meaning you can flip between them at the press of a button rather than clicking through here and taking your hands off the wheel. You've got your seat, so you can change your driver's seat, and you've got the easy entry option on there as well. Exterior lighting, you've got background lighting, not full ambient lighting but just the background lighting, and central locking. Driver assist, if you head on there, you've got speed warning, parking aid, efficiency assist, pre-sense, rest recommendation and automatic rain sensor. You've also got the air conditioning where you can put the auto recirc on, and the most important without doubt is the servicing and checks. Now in this menu, this is your fault finder, you can check your tyre pressure monitor, and you can also change your service intervals, of which you can see the next one isn't due for just under a year. How about that for reassurance? And you've also got your handbook if you're stuck and need any help, or you can just ring me and I'll go through it with you. You've also got your sound here where you can change the way the sound's portrayed into the cabin. You've got your radio, which of course you've got DAB, FM and AM, but in fairness you only need DAB. And you've also got media, you've got plenty of different sources as well. You've got CD, DVD, you've got a USB, an SD card, you've got auxiliary, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi as well. I mean, it's jam-packed to the rafters in terms of entertainment. And you've got your Bluetooth telephone, navigation, map, Audi Connect, the smartphone interface and settings for the whole car itself. We're not going to go into all of them because it is a very long drawn out process and it takes away the fun of you learning what your car can do. Now underneath that you've got the whole long stretching air vent system, which for me is really good looking, brings a totally different aesthetic to the car as well. And the aircon itself, aside from having the heated seats for both the driver and passenger, you can see you've got dual zone here or tri-zone, so that means you can have 20 degrees on the passenger side, 0 temperature or low temperature on the driver's side, and you can have a separate setting in the rear for those occupants as well. What you can also do is change where the air is distributed. You can change it to rear, you can have all the vents open, or you can sync it so all the temperature is the same throughout the vehicle. Change the severity of the air distribution using that. As you can see, it goes from 0 to gale force wind quite easy. You can have the aircon on, eco or turned off, and you can change again where the air is distributed and syncing it on this side here. Plenty of different options, really impressive. Recirculation just there, and of course you can turn it off using that. Really nice ease with a digital display, nice touch. And on here you've got your drive select mode, but of course we've changed it now for this button just here, so you can change all the different options. You've got auto start stop on and off, traction control or ESC on and off, and you'll get a warning saying restricted stability, meaning it's a bit more lively from the rear end. You've also got audible parking sensors, and you can turn the monitor off using that button just there. And underneath you can see some of the ambient lighting. You've got your push button start, you've got your USB, and you've got your 12-volt charger just here. Illuminated cup holders, and of course you've got your iDrive or central command system just here. This doesn't only turn, go up and down, it oscillates, and it's used as a touchpad as well. And moving down from that you've got your Estronic Gearbox, really easy to use. You'll see even though my foot's on the brake and I'm pushing it down, you can't engage your gear. That's because you need to click the brake pedal and the interlock button on the side, that one being this just here. Now if I click that down and press it down, you can see I'm in D, which is drive, and that is easy because you can see on there it's got D1 and dynamic, meaning drive mode, and dynamic driving mode. If I go down again, you can see the revs raise, you get a nicer exhaust note, and that changes to S, which means I'm in sports mode. Higher rev ratio, higher throttle response. To put it into reverse, you simply press it up, and you'll see that your reverse camera and front and rear audible parking sensors come on as well. To put it in park, simply click this button, and that does it for you. Now also, you've got your electronic parking brake, which is up to put it on, foot on the brake and down will take it off. But we want that on as well. And here you can see you've got your sliding armrest forward, finished in the magma red as well. Really nice, really easy, and if you've got longer arms or you've got the octopus in the back seat, that can stretch out fully. Put it back, your second media interface, and of course you've got your auxiliary port as well. Just move that microphone down because I'm aware I've just hit that with my face. But aside from my little bit of technical issues we're having here because I've got a big old chin and a too long a beard, what Audi S4. Well, aside from the fact that it's been really well looked after by its previous owner, it's also been really well looked after by us, and that's because it's been treated to the patented world famous Emerald 128 point check. That just means that prior to this video being made or the car being photographed, it's been given a thorough, meticulous once over by our team of body shop and mechanical experts in our in-house RAC approved facility. It means we've given the car an oil and filter change prior to this video being made to stop any confusion or cross-contamination of products, and it means if there's anything less than 6 months MOT, we'll put a fresh ticket on there for you. We're more than happy to discuss any finance options you have, as we may be able to help you out, as we do deal with many of the market leaders. And of course, part exchanges, we're all for them. So if you've got any queries, any questions, do get in touch with us. But for me, thank you very much for watching, and we can't wait to see you at HQ very soon.
One of the most important factors when buying a used vehicle is figuring out who to trust. Buying a car is a massive financial commitment, and you need to be 100% confident in the company that you choose. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google, Facebook and Auto Trader, hundreds of video testimonials, and the jewel in the crown are the multitude of awards we've won over the past number of years, including UK Independent Dealer of the Year, Independent Community Dealer of the Year, and most recently, Used Car Retailer of the Year. Integrity and transparency are really important to us at Emerald in how we conduct our business. We're the only dealership with a multi-award winning weekly YouTube show which pulls back the curtain and lets you see the inner workings of how a car dealership operates. We cover all aspects of the day-to-day running, from buying, selling, sourcing, after sales, and of course everything that goes on over at our RAC approved workshop.
Every one of our cars undergoes a 128-point vehicle inspection by our team of experienced technicians. Any item that aren't up to our approved standards, we rectify and replace parts needed with manufactured approved parts. We also service every car and put a fresh MOT on ready for its next owner. When we are happy the car is in A1 mechanical condition, over it goes to our body shop for paint correction or wheel refurbishment, then finally onto our detailing team. Essentially, we want to ensure that when the car reaches its new owner, it's at its very best. For the road ahead, we've got you covered with a comprehensive 90-day warranty, which can be extended for 1, 2 or 3 years, depending on your preference. We are proud to be partnered with the market-leading warranty providers that match up to our own high standards, providing customers with genuine support when they need it.
We've also got you protected for all unfortunate circumstances, such as having your car written off or stolen throughout your time owning the vehicle. We're really pleased to be able to offer a great RAC, gap and return to invoice insurance product, keeping you safe long after you've left our showroom.
If you are local to us and want us to take away the headache of keeping your car well maintained, our service plans could be just the ticket for you. Payable monthly and carried out in our fully equipped RAC approved garage, every service comes complete with a free health check to keep you and your vehicle safe and secure on the journey ahead, and also protect the future value of your car by maintaining that all-important service history.
And when it comes to protecting your car's interior and exterior against stains, scuffs, contaminants, all of our encompassing Guardex paint and fabric protection ensure the aesthetic appearance of your new vehicle remained unaltered and improved to an almost better than new finish. It's a great opportunity to protect against the best and worst that Mother Nature has to offer.
And last but not least, if you do need to take out finance for your new vehicle, we have a panel of over 35 lenders, including Santander, with rates as low as 7.9% APR, always guaranteeing you the lowest possible interest rate. For a free finance check, which won't affect your credit rating, click the finance tab on our website to fill out a 2-minute application that lets you know beforehand what your monthly payments are likely to be. We've got loads of PCP, HP and lease options available, depending on your personal preference and budget. So if you want to speak to me or my team of finance experts for any help and advice, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone. We're here to help.
Our goal at Emerald is not just to sell cars, it's about creating lasting relationships and customers for life. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what some of our customers had to say about their very own Emerald experience.
And how would you rate us out of 10? 10 being probably the best car dealership in the UK.
Definitely 10. Oh, I'd definitely say 10.
I'm going to say 10. 10.
10 obviously.
10.
10 I suppose.
Definitely a 10.
I would give you a 10.
It's got to be a 10.
I'd give you a 10.
Well, it's obviously a 10, isn't it?
Obviously a 10.
Mate, more than 10.
Can I say 11?
Straight million. Straight million.
Way more than 10.
I would say 10.
Oh, I'd go as far as saying 11.
Definitely a 10.
10, yeah.
A 10.
I can say 10.
In the
11.
But it's got to be a 10.
Definitely a 10. If I could give you more than a 10, I definitely would.
I'd definitely say a 10.
10. I'd give you a 10.
I'd give it a solid 10.
I would say 10.
10 out of 10.
I'll give you a 10 then. Sounds
Give it a 10.
10.
Don't argue with 10 out of 10.
Gotta be a 10.
I'd give you a 10. I would rate you a 10. 10 out of 10, 100%. It's got to be 10 out of 10, isn't it?
That's an easy one, isn't it? It's 11.
11 out of 10.
I'll give you 10.
Because I came back, didn't I? And I'll be back again.